Yeah, I mean, even though, and I totally know that there are those types of people that are saying like, well, they're not doing it the right way. They're not doing it the traditional way. And yes, there are those of us. I myself am very tightly tied to the traditional forms and how they were executed. And this is something that I've repeated several times. I believe that you cannot honor the past by repeating it. You honor the past by giving it life and relevance in a modern age. And so for me, it's my hope that I'm able to take those early disciplines and bring them forward. So for me, there will always be that really close tie to the traditional script and forms. But I think, and I know I'm probably stepping on toes of some of the older generation when I say this, but calligraphy, even in its definition, is pretty broad. It's from the Greek, kalli meaning beautiful and graph meaning to write.
Yep.
So beautiful writing, it's of any and all forms. And I think, I even think like, you look at graffiti and what people were doing with graffiti and how that, like in the 80s, that was inspired by dancing and popping and locking, and that determined all of like the sharp angles to the letters. And so it's like those forms are the way that they've approached them, whether they knew it at the time or not, they're following a very similar path that a lot of other like forms followed, that they were based off of pictures of something else, pictures from real life, and that's where we get the pictographic form of writing that gave birth to the way that we write today. And so even that I see as like it's a form of beautiful writing. And so I think that I still hope to see that the traditions are brought along with it, but I love seeing different gestural forms and people writing with the craziest things, like people writing with a mop or a push broom or something like that. It's like, who would have ever thought? And yeah, I mean, maybe Edward Johnston would be turning in his grave right now, like, but still it's, it's a different form of expression, and it all tells this broader story of humans and their love to write. And so it's really, really cool.
Yeah.